Milk, we can't guarantee. Cheese is bad, don't disagree. Butter, ew, like high key. Forced to be dairy-free.
Howdy folks, welcome back to Forced to Be Dairy Free Week 9. Today we'll be making al pastor tacos.
Anything else you gotta say?
Thank you for watching this video. Watch it all the way through. Even if you don't want to cook this at home, which I recommend, we're still pretty funny.
You're funny anyway. Okay, I'm not gonna go over each of the ingredients. I'm gonna go as I go. We have our ingredients already attached to the menu, right?
Yes.
And we also want to remind people that we have our new virtual cookbook, which this won't be in there yet. We're gonna update that cookbook every 3 weeks or so with our new recipes. But if you go to our website, you'll see our virtual cookbook that has all of the descriptions and the amounts of ingredients that you need for these recipes.
Yes.
So first of all, if you noticed in my menu, I said that this dish requires marinating the chicken for 24 hours or at least overnight. And what I did, I have 2 pounds of chicken and I sliced the chicken breast in half and then I pounded them with my trusty mallet here to where they're very thin, and then I cut them into equal pieces, fairly equal pieces. Let's see if I can grab one in here. They're pretty fragile. That's French for fragile.
Oh, fragile.
So you can see pretty thin, nice thin slices, and then I marinated this in 1 tablespoon of the adobe chili powder, 1 tablespoon of the smoked paprika, and then I had 3 cloves of garlic that I chopped up. And I used a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and I also had just some salt and some pepper also. And I let that marinate, and then, I had some limes. For the menu, I have 3 limes. I ended up, my limes are really small, so I bought 6. You can see 2 sitting there. I used my other 4 to put in this marinade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on some skewers here, and I'm going to grill it. I have my grill ready. I used a mesquite charcoal. I'm going to start out here by putting an onion on my end, and this is basically going to help me keep my skewers straight. So I'm going to arrange these, try not to put it through my hand, Cameron.
That'd be bad.
It would be bad. This is, in fact, after saying that, now I'm all nervous about doing it. Put it through my hand. That's all right. And this is just going to help me keep my skewers. The onions just help me keep my skewers straight. While I'm going to put on my chicken. And by having my 3 skewers, it's going to help because I'm going to be turning it on my grill. Now, when I put it on the grill, what I did is I put all the charcoal to one side. And I'm going to cook it on direct heat for 10 minutes, 5 on each side. And then I'm going to move it over to my other side of the grill and I'm going to cook it for about 30 minutes. So now I'm just putting this over my 3 prongs. I'm just putting my slices. I'm going to slide these down until I get my full rack here. And we'll come back when I get a little closer to complete. Alright, so you can see I stacked all the chicken, just going piece by piece. If I happen to have a piece that was a little longer, I could just flip it over. That doesn't be anything fancy. Also missed a key ingredient to go over in my marinade is I had 2 tablespoons of tomato paste.
Yes.
I had to do that,
You
alright?
were doing that last night.
Huh?
I said you were doing that last night.
Yeah, I did. I worked on this last night after dinner. Sometimes you do that. You work on one dinner after the next. So now I'm going to put my other onion on this other end and kind of push that tight. Keep that together. So it's all packed in there. Now if you don't have a grill, you can broil this in the oven on all sides, 3 minutes on each side or so, and then cover it in aluminum foil and bake it at 350 for about 45 minutes and then check. What we're going to do in the grill again with the mesquite charcoal, after I put it on, we'll go on to the next step of the dish. Okay, so we just put the chicken on the grill. I'm going to set my timer to 10 minutes to remind me to flip it after 5. So 5 minutes on each side. To maximize my time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my sauce for this dish. When you live your life dairy-free, you have to find other ways to make things tasty, right?
Yes.
So the sauce is important in this. So we had 2 white onions. I used already quarters of one of the onions for my skewers there. I'm going to save these, pretty much a whole onion, to put on my toppings for my tacos. So this is about 1/2 of a white onion I'm putting into my sauce here. I already washed this cilantro. I'm going to put in the whole bundle of cilantro, minus the very end stems there. I'm going to add my 2 limes. If you have 1 large lime, that'd be enough. Cameron, do you have a measuring cup?
Yes.
And while I'm gonna set those to the side, and I'm gonna put in, this is 1 cup, I'm gonna put in about 1/2 cup. So I said you'll need a whole cup for this dish. It's a 1/4 cup that we use for the marinade. I'm gonna use 1/2 cup in this, and then another 1/4 cup or so will be used when I am warming up my corn tortillas. So that's 1 cup there. Now I said get some canned jalapenos. I think I've told you before that my dad cans these jalapenos, so I'm gonna put in what you get in about a can, about 6 ounces. These aren't super hot, they're more tasty. And also, if your can comes in water, then you can just dump out that water and substitute with some vinegar. I'm gonna use some of the vinegar from this because that flavor is so yummy. Maybe a couple more. You can adjust this. The great thing about this sauce, you can adjust it each time you make it for taste, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and also do, I said, most likely you won't have the jalapenos that I have, so you'll be doing 2 tablespoons of your vinegar. You can always add more. I'm gonna add 1 since I added my vinegar that would have been in the sauce. Then I'm gonna add 1 fresh jalapeno, and I didn't get all the seeds out of there. And then while I cut this avocado, Cameron, why don't you tell everyone about the new website?
So, we just upgraded our website to make it even more fantastic for you guys. And our new URL is www.
How many W's are there?
3.
Okay, 3 W's.
.f, and then 2, the number 2, and then the letter B, and then dairyfree.com. And we thought that would be easier. It's forced to be dairy free, F to be dairy free. And you can find the recipes on there, and you can find our grocery list on there. And there's a lot of buttons you can click to get to our YouTube channel, and I think it's just really fun to go into, look at the grocery list, and it's really easy to print out the grocery list. And then if you'd like, there is a button saying sign up, and so you can sign up and be a member, and it's free, obviously, and that just means...
Macy!
That just means you get a notification when we put something new on there, so you can... Macy, what are you doing with that?
You have to get it later. Hopefully avocados don't start growing out of it.
So basically, yeah, you can become a member, and then you'll get all the notifications when we put out a new grocery list, which means we have new videos, and yeah, it's very friendly.
So while I do this, you can get that from Macy.
Macy?
So I put 2 avocados. Again, that was the one I had said if you had a large avocado, these weren't too large. So I put 2 avocados in. Again, that's something you can do to taste. And then I'm going to add just about a quarter to 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Again, that's something you can adjust the taste. Now we're going to throw this in the blender. We're at 525. I'm about ready to turn my chicken. Alright, so it's blended up. We're going to test taste it. One thing I should have mentioned on the chicken, make sure to spray that down with some olive oil so it doesn't stick. Give that a taste.
Magnificent.
It is pretty good. Need something more though. We're gonna add just a little bit more This is where if it doesn't have enough zing for you, the jalapeno or just even some white vinegar, it's going to add another tablespoon of that. And a little more salt, you can adjust that. Again, you can add more jalapenos too. We want to make this friendly. I'm just going to put a tad, just like a half a tablespoon. So our next step is going to be to make our tortillas. We'll start doing that once we move the chicken over to the smoking side, to where it's not directly over the charcoal, and we don't forget about it and burn it.
Yep. All right, guys. So now time to work on the tortillas.
There you go.
I'm so
Yes, we
tired.
did. We moved the chicken over off the charcoal, so it's indirect cooking on the other side of my charcoal grill,
Yes, it is.
right?
Yes.
And we're going to do that for about 40 minutes. I'm going to turn it about every 10 minutes. So 10 minutes on each turn. And now my tortillas, so I asked for you to get some hot enchilada sauce. All we had was medium left at the store. That's all right.
Because we have worms in the family.
I'm not going to do anything fancy here. And it's just to add a little bit of taste to my tortillas and a little color whenever we fry these up. So just a little bit on all of them here. And what I'm going to do is cook each side for about 30 seconds. And I'll just add enough olive oil, about a quarter of a tablespoon, half a teaspoon. I don't think I said that right. Throw on the vent because it's going to get smoky. And I'm going to go through and cook each of these. And I'll show you the last one. And then by then we should also have our chicken ready also.
Yep. Alrighty, guys. Stop talking. Okay, so we took the chicken out of the grill, and now it's time to plate.
You know how long we cooked it in the grill since you're taking over?
You can say that.
All right, so we said 40 minutes. I checked after 40 minutes, and it wasn't quite done. So I did another 10 minutes to get my temperature to 165 on the chicken. Meanwhile, what did I do while I was doing the chicken? You can explain that. Okay.
You clean the kitchen.
Pause. Tortillas. So I made all the tortillas. Again, I said I did that 30 seconds on each side on medium-high heat, and got it nice and brown on each side. That took about 15 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead and shave my chicken. And I've gotten a lot of compliments on this by the smell and looks of it.
And the taste of it. We
Gosh,
already
it's
tasted it,
dandy.
guys.
Yeah, we did. It is dandy.
And if you have any leftover of the sauce, it tastes really good with tortilla chips too.
Yeah, we just snacked on that a tad, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
but
get a little hungry. This
with the
dish-
portion, there's quite a bit left, as you can see. But yeah.
This did take a little while. It was fun. It's a fun dish to make
Yeah.
and tasty. So as you can see, I'm not worrying about those onions. Those are good too, so I'm just going to keep them in there, much to Suzanne's dismay. You can shave the rest of that later. Go ahead and fix these tacos so everyone can see what we're about to eat for our feast.
Oh yeah!
This is a heavy meat dish. Not heavy meat dish. It's a light dish. Heavy on the meat. Not a lot of other things in it, right? Very tasty. I can smell the marinades in there. And I'm just going to dress this up with some cilantro.
Beautiful.
This is mine. Let me get rid of that stem. So since it's mine, I'm going to do extra on the cilantro because I extra love it. I'm going to get some of those white onions in there. This is a feast for the king. Then I'll let you put on the hot sauce. Make it look pretty.
I will.
Oh, I said pretty.
I tried.
You did. It's not even that hard to do. You don't turn your spoon until you get over it.
It wasn't that
All right. Okay. Are you pouting? All right. I'll clean it up. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Show it off, Cameron.
guys, so these are our beautiful al pastor tacos. Hopefully you can see them. They're like pretty beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Yeah.